I'm Judy. I am your Usborne book lady, and today I'm going to show you some of our wonderful Usborne books and what makes them unique and children love them. So we have over 1,200 titles. It can be very overwhelming and it's very hard for me to show you all of them. So I'm just going to pick some of the highlights and some of our bestsellers, starting with a very unique book called There's a Mouse About the House. There also is a Squirrel's Tale that has the same concept, and it teaches several different lessons. First of all, it teaches left to right sequencing because the little mouse follows the dotted line, he goes in through the slot and comes out the other page, and he weaves his way in and out through the whole book. So it's fun for the kids to do. It teaches that they can only turn one page at a time or else the little mouse won't be there, and it works on fine motor skills and eye-hand coordination. We also have wonderful picture books. Our picture books have padded covers. This one in particular is in a series of Little Pipkin, the penguin who's very curious. He wants to know how big is a million. So you can see how wonderfully colorful the pages are inside. He goes to see what 10 fishes are, and then he sees 100 penguins. He sees 1,000 snowflakes, and at the end he wants to know what a million looks like. And there is a big giant poster here that has a computer-generated million stars. It's a great visual both for children and adults alike. We also have picture books that are accompanied by a plush toy. One of my favorites is Jonathan James and the What If Monster. This is the adorable little monster that you cannot resist with his little spindly arms. He's very soft. Jonathan James is afraid to try new things. What if is the sound, the dread in your head that what if you fail, what if you don't like it? And in the middle of the book, he says, what if you're wrong? And it has everything with a positive outcome. So it teaches some great self-confidence and positive outlooks. Once they start to learn to read a little bit on their own, the Ted and Friends book is a phonics book that has 12 stories in here. They're in rhyming text. Some of them even have little flaps for them to do, and they're just fun, endearing stories for them that will help them with their reading skills. One of the best values that we have is our very first reading set. It comes in this box like this. There are 15 books in here that will go from the first 8 sounds that they learn and graduate all the way up till they're reading on their own with more vocabulary and words to the page. It also comes with a parent's guide and a YouTube video that you can see to learn how best to use this with your children, and this should last from preschool up to around the end of 2nd grade. We also have what are called dual reader books. This is a complete book of Farmyard Tales. A lot of the books that I'm showing you are of value because they have several titles in one. This has 18 stories in here, and you'll see the top and bottom sentence. You can read just the top one, or your child can challenge himself with the top one, and you don't have to read the bottom 2 to get the sense of the story, but later on when they have that attention span or they can be a better reader, then you can read that along for some more detail of the story, and it also comes with a read-along CD for them to use as well. Once you teach your children to read, we also want to not only learn to read, but read to learn. And one of my favorite series here is the Big Book series, and this is what it means. There are 4 giant pull-out pages. So here you see the big blue whale. There's 4 other ones in this book so that they can learn all the facts about the big animals, and there's also the Big Book of Machines and monsters and dinosaurs and sea creatures. Another one of our series is the See Inside How Things Work, which have over 70 flaps in here so that it really makes the children dive into the book and see what's inside there. Some of them actually have 2 flaps under here so that they keep going and learning more things. And it has the eye-hand coordination in there as well to really engage your children in the books that we have. When you get to older kids' books, we've got tons of chapter books all the way for beginner chapter books. So this is one of our middle school series, the last 13. It has a trilogy that will continue on into one every month for them to do. So it's full of suspense and action and great adventure for them, and it's age-appropriate reading material once they can become good readers, and they'll be waiting for the next one to come in the mail for that. One of the things that makes Usborne Books unique is we are the #1 children's publisher of nonfiction material. And we go from geography and history and animals and nature and just about everything that you can think of. You'll be able to see with this book. Our books go from birth to an adult reading level, so obviously this is for a higher reading level, older child. But our books are internet linked, so they take the best of the best with the computer. They link them up. They put what page number on here, Usborne Quick Links, and there's tons of activities to do. This one is science. It has over 1,000 websites. But there also is geography, history, ancient world, and the younger children's will just have less words on a page for them. Lots of activity books that we have are set to do step by step. So this is our step-by-step drawing book. It will all be 8 steps and less. And then they can do activities on their own, along with like our science books that are set up the same way, with both in picture and text for them, very colorful. It will tell them why that happens, and these are also internet linked. Besides all that, we do have a lot of just plain fun books. We have activity cards that come with wipe-off markers. There's at least 24 of these. The wipe-off books that they can use again and again. And the favorite, and these are also great for presents, are sticker books. And there is a whole series for girls and for boys that they can do, each with 300 stickers each. So I hope you've enjoyed learning some of our very quick highlights. If you're watching this as part of a Facebook party, go back to the event wall and I will give you the link so that you can go on and shop and get some of these wonderful books for your family and help your hostess out. And if you just happen to be surfing on the web, please visit my Facebook page at judysbooknook.com. Thank you.